Okay, hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming, and I really look forward to hearing about your previous experiences with the violin.
Yeah. Well, previous experiences, I have played cello in college
Okay.
first semester.
Okay.
But that's it. And I was pretty bad at that. I'm really good at reading music and stuff, but just not doing the left hand and right hand, doing two different things at the same time.
Yeah.
Because saxophone, is one note at a time.
Yes.
And I prefer that. And
yes.
one thing at a time. But yeah, I know what certain things are called, like the bridge and the body, the scroll, the pegs,
right,
the strings, GDAE, right?
Good dogs always eat, right?
Good dogs always eat.
Well,
yeah.
Maybe rest position. Do you know rest position?
Nope.
I figured, because you've just been holding your violin.
Yeah, I'm just So
okay.
rest position.
So yeah, it's also when you are standing up and you're going to take a bow, it's important that everybody looks the same. So you can hold your bow with your right hand, which is, you regularly hold it. You can actually grab it, and then you can fit your violin, between your...
What?
That's right. So that's how you take a bow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel professional.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Okay, good. So let's start. Let's talk about how, let's put our bows to the side for a second.
Okay. I'll put over here.
Good. And let's talk about how to hold the violin. Do you know anything about how to hold the violin?
I know that it's like here-ish.
Right.
And you want it to be like 45-degree angle, maybe?
Right, exactly. So you want to fit it under your chin. Now, you already fit it pretty well, actually.
Sweet.
When I teach my young students, I like to first tell them to open up their legs a little bit, shoulder width apart, which you're already doing, and then hold the violin by the ribs, and then hold it out with your hand, your left hand, and then turn it and place it under your chin. Yeah, so that's just an easy way. And remember, the violin rests along your collarbone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel that.
That's good. Now, do you feel comfortable without a shoulder rest? Have you tried a shoulder rest before?
I've never tried one before.
Okay.
Is it a game changer?
Well, it depends. It really depends on how tall your neck is, and if you feel like it's sliding. You know, that there are advantages to the shoulder rest because it might keep it from sliding, but at the same time, you don't have this mobility of being able to move the violin around as much, because it just kind of locks it at a certain angle. You know?
Okay, yeah.
So
I've never tried it, but it seems like it'd be helpful. I've always seen people just hold their violin in place with their chin, and I'm like,
exactly.
How do you do that?
Right. Well, there's a very fine balance. You know, usually I don't like to tell my young students to not have a shoulder rest, because it's harder to balance it without raising your shoulder or pressing down with your chin. Those are two very important things that you should not do.
Yeah.
So once you have it under your chin, then you place your hand up on the fingerboard. Now, you want to hold it with these two fingers, the thumb and the index finger. So you want to feel like you have a strong hold of, so if you let it go, you can literally just hold the violin like this. What do you think? Can you? There you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So then you want to have your fingers slightly above one of the strings. So let's try that. That's good. Yeah, good. And then if it depending on what string you're playing on, there's a different arm level. So if you're going to play on the G string, your arm is outwards, and then the D string and A and E. So so that's one thing you're going to
move your elbow and like not your wrist.
Exactly. And what I tell my students too is no pancake hand, right? So you don't want this. And you also don't want the other way around. So you want a straight line between your arm and your hand.
Okay.
Good. All right. Do you have any questions?
Not yet. I don't really even know what to ask yet. But yeah, that makes sense. Like placing it and then pretending like you can hold the whole weight of it.
Right.
Like that, and then moving your elbow and not your wrist and trying to keep a straight line.
Right. Yeah. So the hold is very important because a lot of students, they want to grab the violin and hold it with other things other than just the thumb and the index finger. And then that's also why a lot of times they do the pancake, because they feel like they need this part of the hand to hold the violin up, right?
Yeah.
So again, these two fingers, and also it's important that there's a solid hold under your chin so you don't feel like you need to support it with your hand in any way.
I feel like I need to support it with my hand in every way.
Well, I mean, you should be able to just...
Why are you doing that? It's painful.
Is it?
Oh, maybe it's not. I don't know. I wonder if the, what's it called?
The shoulder rest.
I wonder if the shoulder rest would help that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, well, I would not tell my young kids to try that, because they probably would drop the violin if they're just starting out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even trust it right now. It's like, are you going to have me try that?
That's pretty good. Well, okay. Yeah. So this concludes lesson 1 of how to hold your violin.
Yay!
Okay. Thank you for that.